Media, and welcome to my world. Oh, DHX Media's world, we're gonna have a blast. DHX Media's world, we're gonna have some fun today with all of our friends. We're gonna have so much fun. Me and you, best friends too. That's what we'll do. In DHX Media's world. Story time! Today, DHX Media and his friends are settling down for a story that will be read by me. Let's see what they're up to. Alright, is everybody ready for the story? Yeah, I totally am. All prepared and ready to go. I got the food. Biscuits, Chippy? I'm always ready. Me too. Great. Patrick, will you be holding the book and reading the story to us? I'll stand by and guard the book. Sure thing. Always happy to help, DHX Media. Alright. Today's book is called Curious George Goes to a Movie, based on the style of H.A. Ray by Vipa Interactive, a Huffman Muffin Company, Boston. This book was made by Margaret and H.A. Ray. Let's read. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One afternoon, George took a trip into town with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. I know the man with the yellow hat. Me too. Next page, next page. Look, George, the man said as they walked by the theater. The movie we've been waiting to see is here. If we hurry, we can make the next show. 2 tickets, please, the man with the yellow hat said. As they walked through the lobby, the smell of popcorn made George hungry. But when he stopped in front of the concession stand, his friend said, "Let's find our seats first, George. The movie is about to begin." Inside the theater, they found 2 seats right in front. The man with the yellow hat whispered, "George, I'll go get some popcorn. Now stay here and watch the movie and please stay out of trouble." George promised to be good. He's gonna get in trouble, isn't he? Yes, he is. George was enjoying the movie when all of a sudden a big dinosaur jumped onto the screen. It made George jump right out of his seat. Ah! George was curious. Was he the only one to jump out of his seat? He looked around. He was. Looking around, George saw a bright light coming from a little window at the back of the theater. Whoa! Was that what made the movie appear on the screen? Though he had promised to be good, little monkeys sometimes forget. As soon as George was at the back of the theater, but the window was not as high, not even a monkey could see through it. Well, usually there's a room behind a window through George, but how could he get inside? Then he saw a door. George raced up the stairs and peeked inside. He saw a strange machine with the 2 spinning wheels. It was making a funny noise, and it was making the light that came through the window. Now he couldn't see how the movie worked, but when he stepped into the room, George was surprised to see a boy sitting in a chair. The boy was surprised to see a monkey standing in his room. In fact, the boy was so surprised, let me guess, he jumped right out of the seat, knocked the wheels right off the machine, and then the movie just ended. You just spoiled it, you know that? Sorry. Anyways, downstairs in the theater, the audience began to shout and stomp their feet. They wanted to watch the movie. Now the movie was all over George. George felt very terrible and silly. The movie was stopped and it was all his fault. "This is no place for a monkey," said the boy, working quickly to unwind George and rewind the movie. "Why don't you wait by that window while I fix that?" As George waited, he looked out the window at the audience and the big blank. When he moved in front of the light that was coming from the machine, he saw a shadow down below. This reminded George of a trick. He arranged his hands just so. A bunny appeared on the screen. Then George made a dog and a duck and another dog. "It's a puppy!" someone from the audience shouted. Others joined in. "It's a bird!" they said. George made the bird fly away. Then the audience saw George's shadow up onto the screen. They were delighted. "It's a monkey!" a child yelled, and the audience laughing. "This is better than a movie," said a girl to her friend. "I think the man in the yellow hat might have figured out." Just as George was about to run out of tricks, the boy announced that the movie was ready to go. The audience cheered. Once for the movie and once for George. The audience was still cheering when the man with the yellow hat came and ran into the room. I thought I'd find you here, George, he said, and he apologized to the boy for the trouble George caused. But he did give me a scare, the boy said. But thanks to his hand shadows, everyone waited patiently for the movie to be fixed. Then the boy restarted the movie. Would you like a treat for your performance, George? He asked. And before the dinosaur appeared again on the screen, George and the man with the yellow hat were back in their seats, this time with popcorn. The end. So, what did you guys think of the story? It was awesome! Best story ever. Okay, story time's over. Come on, everybody. It's time to go home. Yeah. Patrick, can you put the book back? Sure. Right where it's supposed to be going. All right, guys. Let's go home. Yeah. Thanks for reading the story, Patrick. You're welcome. See you in the next episode, everybody. Bye.